What it do, YouTube? What it do? P-Face said Munchie B is sticking his nose in Compton politics. He said Munchie tried to start a war in Compton between them and the Pirus. But before we get into that, let's address this first. He said a lot of people has been speaking about me on No Jumper, but none of those guys addressed it to my face. And this is what he had to say.
Like podcasters, what's it called? Like try to make it seem like and try to use it and for their own benefit, for their own platform. Like if they really feel some type of way, how come none of them got at me? Like on a personal level, you know? None of them has ever got me. I see these little clips on No Jumper, how they speak up on the situation. How come none of them really told me nothing about it, you know? So it's just like that's what I kind of feel weird, you know, like if you really feel some type of way, address me about it instead of not speaking on it, you know, just for little clips, dog, you know. That's just corny, because at the end of the day, I could say, oh yeah, I'm all about, what's it called, raza, all that. I'm beefing it amongst each other, and I'm smutting, what's it called, other Mexicans, like, what's it called, you know? How am I saying I'm all about raza, but I'm doing all that shit?
I think he's talking about Munchie B and TF Third, because if I remember correctly, those were the guys who said it. He said Munchie is obsessed with 4Extra, because that's all he talks about. He said Munchie almost started a war in Compton, because he tried to get Compton G1 to run his fade. That fade could have led to a war, because both sides reside in Compton. One is from Treetop, and the other is from BLP.
It's not necessarily the black community, but the people who try to speak up on me, like Munchie B, what's it called, all them little fools, like, what's it called? I see that fool talking about 4Extra every second, and, you know, try to always talk about me, you know, saying that, and he tried to instigate with some fools from, what's it called, Treetop, you know, shout out to the Treetops, try to instigate, what's it called, saying, oh, you should fade him over that. If you really feel some type of way, you do it. What's it called? Why you trying to, oh yeah, you heard what this was, why he been trying to get in Compton politics, you know?
Why he been trying to get in Compton politics, you know?
He told Munchie to stay out of Compton politics, because if we go to war with the Treetops, you're gonna be all the way in Inglewood while we're over here fighting this battle. Stay out of our politics, because at the end of the day, you're not gonna fight nobody, because you can't even see.
Why he been trying to get in Compton politics, you know? What's it called? As there already is, you know, the little tension is already right there. Why he trying to add on? What's it called? That's like a female. He's instigating, you know, and he's all the way from Inglewood, and he blind. He what's it called? When it comes down to it, he not gonna put in no work. He's just gonna use that blind shit. That's why I'm like, nah. When I see him talking about it, and what's it called, and say, oh, what's it called? Like, oh, he's dissing the black community. How you gonna talk about the black community when you right there beefing it with all these fools? You know, like that's why to be honest, I personally don't got beef with nobody.